Yo, 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 yo. What's going on, man? It's your boy, Miles Cunningham. Mr. Lucario will be along in a second. Today, we got Kayleen from RKT Appraisals. Make sure you guys go to rktappraisals.com or call 973-420-5028. Man, what's going on, Kayleen? What's going on with you, man? And as soon as we get him on the show, that's when he goes out. All right.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you. We got you, man.
Okay.
What's going on with you?
Okay, I'm back. Now everything's good. How's everything with you?
Chilling, bro. Making it happen, doing what we got to do, man. What's the topic today?
We're gonna talk about annuities, man. I thought this was a great topic to talk about, just because it's about people's future. Everybody won't worry about now versus what's gonna happen 5, 10, 20 years from now. So I thought about this topic thinking about everybody in their future, man.
Right. So we got the title Planning for Retirement. So how does that work? Because you said annuities. Could you explain what that is so we could kind of get a base?
So in the layman's terms, an annuity is a form of retirement. Think about like how some people still have pensions. Some people have a 401k. Some people have Social Security. An annuity is just another form of retirement.
Okay.
But it has a lot of benefits to it. With an annuity, how it works is that for one, well, you have to qualify for an annuity. How do you qualify for an annuity?
I guess I got to do this. Okay,
that's because we wasn't right without Mr. Lucario. You know what I'm saying? They was like, the show can't start without Mr. Lucario.
What's popping?
What's going on?
Yeah. So you was about to explain.
What's good?
Yeah.
Bro.
Is this shit fucking up?
Bro, listen, this ain't this. I don't know how it's gonna work, bro. But you keep going out, bro.
How about now? Am I good?
You good now, but this is like the second time you went out, bro.
I'll be good. I should be good now.
All right.
I should be good now. Yeah. So how do you qualify for an annuity? One, you qualify usually with life insurance. You qualify with your health. With an annuity, you qualify with your money. That's basically what it boils down to. Also, if you can't get insurance, you can qualify for an annuity. Also, anybody from the ages, you can get an annuity as young as 18 years old, but it's usually for somebody who's like about to retire, who's in their 50s, going into their 60s. Those are the ones who would benefit most from the annuity.
Okay.
And if you have a lump sum of money, like if you're young and you have a lump sum of money, or just in general, if you have a lump sum of money, you can qualify with an annuity.
Okay, so I just looked it up. So it says an annuity is a long-term investment that is issued by an insurance company and is designed to help protect you from risk of outliving your income. Through annuitization, your purchase payments or contributions are converted into periodic payments that can last for life.
Yes, and what happens is this: usually with a 401k, right? Whatever you got in your 401k, that's quote unquote supposed to last you for your retirement. So like, let's say, for example, you have $100,000 in your 401k, you're 65 years old, you just left your job and you're about to retire. And let's say on average, you were getting paid $50,000 a year, right?
Mm-hmm.
How long is that $100,000 going to last if you're usually...
Oh, he was going in too. I was getting ready for it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm ready to learn. I'm up here sitting there trying to hear this shit. Holy, come back. You know what you got, Kelly? You know what you got to do? Probably take off your fucking your video. Just do.
Okay.
Yeah, do it like that. Just talk. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So if you have $100,000 in your 401k, if it costs you about $50,000 to if you get $50,000 a year, that's how long is that 100K gonna last? It's only gonna last 2 years. And let's say at worst case scenario, to where you make that money stretch, You make
Right.
that money stretch to where it lasts maybe 10 years. Let's say you only spend, because remember the 401k is one form of retirement. So let's say you spend about 10,000 a year. How long is that going to last? For 10 years, right? Now with the annuity, here's what's going to happen. The company's going to say, you know what? We're not going to give you 10,000 a year. We're going to give you more like 8,000 a year. But instead of it lasting only for 10 years, it'll last you for the rest of your life.
That's interesting. So
how does that happen? How do they just magically make it last for the rest of your life? How does that work?
yeah, like where's the money coming from?
Because you have to realize within annuities, different types of annuities. So one of the types of annuities is called an index annuity, just like how you have an index universal life policy. An index is a strategy. So it can be in the form of a life insurance policy and in the form of an annuity. So you're gaining interest. That interest is what you're pretty much they're using to help sustain your living for the rest of your life.
Oh, so the interest is where to get the money for the rest of your life
So here's how it works. So then you're putting in a certain amount into an annuity. Right. You're putting in, whether it's a lump sum or you're putting, let's say you're putting in $200 a month when you're young, or versus when you're older, you're putting in $50,000. Let's say if you're 65, most people live long. Most people live 20, 30 years after retirement now. Right. So let's say if that $50,000 finishes, it's not that it finishes. It finishes from if the principal finished, but not the interest. So you're still living off the interest of the money. The annuity company's factoring in how much you put into that annuity, and they're putting anywhere from 6 to 12% interest with your money.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So you're living pretty much off the interest after your principal is pretty much done. That's why they let it last. That's why they let it last for the rest of your life. It's guaranteed income for life. And most people just don't know about this. This is the reason why, you got to call RKT appraisals, and we can help you with the process like this, But yeah, that's pretty much the gist of how it works.
That's dope. So what you're saying is that's better than a 401k?
In my opinion, yes, it is. It is. Now I'm not saying that a 401k is bad. Diversify your portfolio, but what I'm saying is, you like an annuity. It's still, in my opinion, is better because whatever you have in your 401k, that's it.
Right, and then after that, it's done. It's a wrap.
It's done. It's finished. But here's the reason why. The reason why 401k was so great back in the day is because you would work until you're 65 and you would die at 70. So then it was okay that you had 30, 40, 50, $60,000 in your 401k, because at that point you're still your money's still lasting until you die, because you only live 5, maybe 10 years max after you're done retired. That's not the case now. Right. The case, people are living longer.
Yeah, that's some real shit though, because people live until like 90 sometimes too, and all that other shit. So
yes, yes, exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
So how does a person set up the annuity?
Easy. You just sit down with somebody like myself, right? Or Rashidi. We'll go over your finances, right? And because we market for so many different annuity / life insurance companies, it's just as easy as filling out an application and see if you get approved. Once you get approved, there you go. Your annuity starts.
So how does the what are the contributions look like?
Okay, so here's how it works. First off, right, you can't touch here's the thing, you can't touch the money until you're 59 and a half. Right? That's one of the things. You can't touch the money until you're 59 and a half. Right? Anything after 59 and a half, you can start getting distributions on your money. And then you have to touch it by 70 and a half. So between 59 and a half and 70 and a half, you have to take the money out.
So
why? Because
you don't take the money out.
Say it again.
So what happens if you don't take the money out by 70 something?
Well, if you don't take it out after 70 and a half, they're taxing you half of, because Uncle Sam got to get paid too.
Oh, wow.
Taxes.
Damn.
Uncle Sam has to get paid too. So it's an incentive to take the money. Like you don't want to pay all that in taxes, so you're going to take that money. You're going to pay taxes regardless. But let me ask you a question. Would you rather pay taxes on $10,000 or pay taxes on $100,000?
Yeah, 10,000.
Exactly. So then take your money as soon as you can.
Right.
Because there's different types. There's a SPIA annuity, so a single premium immediate annuity, to where you can start receiving distributions a month after you start the annuity. That's a SPIA. You have a fixed annuity to where, you're pretty much only getting it. Your money is not really growing at that point because it's in a fixed market, right? Then there's an indexed annuity to where you're gaining the interest. Like I'm saying, as far as how much you can put on it, you can put as much money as you want into the annuity. That's just the minimum requirement,
right?
Like like one company, right? You can start with as low as $100 a month.
Okay.
But with $100 a month, you're not really. Well, if you're young, it works,
right?
But let's say if you're 25, that's okay. But if you're 55, that's not okay,
right?
Because then by the time you retire, you have nothing still,
right?
So it just depends on how old you are, how much money you have to put towards it. But in my opinion, it's still a good form of retirement for any and everybody, especially if you. And this is really good for people who can't get life insurance. In my opinion, still life insurance is the number one. Don't get me wrong, life insurance is the number one. Here's the reason why too. Let's say if you have a death benefit of $500,000, right, with the life insurance policy, and you made 3 payments. Those 3 payments, you only put in maybe $500 into those 3 payments, right? When if you pass away after that 3rd month, your family gets $500,000. But let's say if you only put $500 into an annuity, when you pass away, your family's only getting $500.
Right.
So whatever you put into the annuity, that's what you're getting out.
Right.
So it's basically just a saving a piggy bank.
Yes, pretty much.
Right.
It's a piggy bank, but the fact that it's guaranteed income for life, you can't really beat that.
Right.
There's no way you're gonna go to where you're guaranteed income for life. Gotcha.
And you say it's affected by the stock market, like it's like an index mutual fund type of thing.
Yes. It's I wouldn't say
Oh, is he cutting out again?
These internet pirates are messing things up, man.
I know we got a good question too. So
death and collect life insurance on the back end from family. Fake it, no, nigga, you can't.
Faking death and shit. God damn.
No, sir, you cannot. That's not how that works.
Here we go.
Yeah, so I wouldn't say mutual, more index, index, because the index strategy is still in the market because the index mirrors the market.
Right.
So it's still in the market, but remember you get the gains with the market, but you don't receive any of the losses.
Right.
Can you fake your death and collect the life insurance on the back end from family members? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. That's a no. Don't commit suicide. It's not worth. Don't even try to fake your death. It's not worth it. You know why? Yeah. Because first off, when you pass away, the life insurance companies want to see a death certificate. They need to see a death certificate,
right?
And to prove that you're actually dead. That's number one.
Exactly.
And once you fake your death, automatically the contract is ruined.
Right.
There's no, now you're not getting anything. Now your family's not getting a dime. What they're gonna do is they're gonna return all the payments that you put into the policy. That's it. But your family's not gonna get that death benefit.
Right. And John in the chat said faking your death is illegal.
Absolutely.
So
absolutely. It's not worth it. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really not worth it.
Right.
You know?
Right.
I mean, if we talk like, and to be honest with you, here's what I would say. I mean, don't fake your death. But if we're talking like conspiracy wise, like if we're talking about, different celebrities who may have and may not do it, that's a different conversation because one, they have millions to do something like that. You can't do nothing like that when you're the average working class. It doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work.
That's crazy. He said people do it with cars. It's hilarious.
Yeah, people do. Yeah, like what they get into accidents and stuff. And then they do it. That's what's called what, insurance fraud with cars.
Right.
Yeah, that bullshit.
Yeah, I heard about that.
You can't do that, man. It's not good. It's not good to do that because once you get found out, that's jail time.
Right.
That shit is jail time. Don't think it's just like a little misdemeanor or a frivolous crime. Like that shit is jail time. That shit is fraud. You know, I mean, granted, you know, they might say hopefully they'll send you to a white collar prison.
A nice jail.
They might send you to a nice jail, but if you a nigga, they probably gonna send you to Rikers anyway. Like, they're gonna send you to the worst prison anyway.
Right.
You gotta be careful.
The King said, I feel like I can save for retirement, but it will never be enough. So what's your thoughts on that, Kaylee?
Okay. So it's just a question of how much you're saving, right? Because the truth is, it depends. If you're saving pennies, it is going to be hard. It probably won't be enough, to be honest with you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So you have to be realistic. And what it is, too, you got to kind of play with the market as well. So what do I mean by that? So when you invest in certain stocks, you got to just know what there's certain stocks to invest in, because you're going to see a return. And you can, whatever your profit is, you can still be saving from that as well. Don't just save your money that you make from work, because it's only going to get you but so far. If you have a side hustle, it's going to help you out as well. But like I said, if you're only saving pennies, it's going to be very hard to save. That's why they have these programs such as an annuity, because it helps. It helps in the long run, as far as you won't outlive your money. Your money is going to outlive you. You're gonna have money till the day you die. And then your beneficiary from the annuity will probably get whatever is left over from that annuity. Not probably, but will get whatever is left over from that annuity. You know, so yes, as far as you saving on your own, I would recommend not that. That shouldn't be the only way that you save for retirement. Save from an annuity. Put money into an annuity. Put money into a life insurance policy. These are the things that you have to put in place for retirement, because of the interest that it gains. So it'll help you.
Do you think it'll be a good idea for, let's say, a person, like, because you know, some people, they got their job or whatever, they make a certain amount, they pay their bills. After the bills is done, they hardly got any savings. They might only have $100 to save, or $50 to save every month or whatever, right? So do you think it would make sense for a person to either get a better job or get a side hustle and then use that money to put into?
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? The savings and all that?
Yes. They need it. Now these days, it's almost impossible to survive without a second stream of income.
Right.
And so yes, you need one stream of income to pay for to sustain your living.
Right.
And then you need another stream of income to save and to really, really profit from.
Right.
It's almost like it's damn impossible to do without it these days.
Right.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Notice how it used to be that a man with one job, one factory job, could take care of a whole family.
Yep.
Now then it went to a man and a woman need to work to take care of a family. Right. Now both the man and the woman need to have a job and a fucking side hustle.
Yes. Crazy. Crazy.
I'm telling you, we all gonna be selling our ass in a minute. We all gonna be in the streets in a minute.
Nigga, it sounds crazy, but I hope I'm dead before. You know what I'm saying? Like,
no, 100%. I agree. I couldn't agree with you more.
I can't outlive the scale of labor for these niggas, bro. Like, what the fuck?
You know what's gonna happen in like 20 or 30 years? The fucking babies are gonna have to work at like 7 years old. I'm telling you.
What? Yeah, it's gonna be new child labor laws and shit where, you know, you're gonna have to, like, once you could walk, you're gonna have to start delivering Amazon packages. Fucking crazy, bro. Like,
no, it's true. It's true. You know, it's like it's getting to the point where it's like, yeah, think about it like this. You know, when, like, let's say our grandparents and our great grandparents,
right?
A lot of them didn't even finish school because they had to start work early.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the true cycle of life. Like it's coming back around to those times where things are gonna be like that in the future. Things are gonna be like that. But and excuse me, the best thing you could do is just a proper planning. Because even planning, right? It's still an uncertainty. It's just that your chances of being well off, it's just a lot higher from you planning, from you putting certain things in place. It doesn't guarantee it. Right. It doesn't guarantee it. It just gives you a higher chance of surviving.
Mm. Crazy, man.
That's a fact. What else was I gonna say? Yeah. So the thing is, I think, like, why do you think so many people don't know about this though? Like, what's like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
that's yeah. here's the thing. For one, it's not taught in our communities. Financial literacy is not taught in our communities, and this is something. This is like a key factor. It's a fact. Like, you don't grow up. Like, let me ask you guys a question. Did you guys grow up knowing about annuities and life insurance?
Hell no.
Nah.
Absolutely not. Neither did I. But
Right.
it's not just us. It's millions of us who don't.
Right.
Why? Because it's the way that they set up. It's the way that the system was designed. It was designed not for us to know. But as time, went on and people got, a lot more intelligent. People got smarter. People just, the age of information, especially now.
Yeah.
It's easier for people to get access to this information.
Right.
So that and that's just simple as that.
Facts.
That's crazy. Shout out to K Zag in 20. He said this topic is more important than dealing with women. You see the views though. That's a fact though. That's a fact.
That's real. That's real.
That shit is crazy.
And the thing is, and the crazy part is, like, I'm like a what you would call a fancy middleman between a person and a financial firm. I'm like I'm a walking commercial, and the reason being is because the truth is these commercials come on for decades. These commercials have been coming on, but when these commercials come on, these were the times when we stopped and went into the kitchen and got some cereal, or went to go use the bathroom, and but these commercials were always there.
Right.
But then what these financial institutions are doing now, they're saying, you know what, instead of investing millions into these commercials, what we're going to do now is we're just going to pay individuals like myself to go out there and talk to the people and inform them. Right. And that's literally it. Because the information's always been there, but we've been ignoring it the whole time.
Right. That's a fact. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
Well, I think somebody had King had a question. He said, if you retire with 200,000 saved at age 60, is that enough? He says this is an example.
Great question. So here's what happens. Whatever, and this answer is relative. So whatever your annual income is, times that by 20.
That's what you need to retire? Hello?
He stood there, did he freeze? Let me find out the audio freeze first too. Hold on, he's coming back.
What the how many?
I don't know what's going on today, bro. But you know what? The higher ups are listening because they don't want y'all to get this information. That's the problem.
That's crazy.
They don't want y'all to get this information, so they keep cutting me off. But no, here's whatever your annual income is, times that by 20. That's how much money you should have for retirement.
Right. Okay.
So if you make if whatever it is, times it by 20. If you only make $20,000 a year, then that'll be enough.
Right.
If you make more than 20,000, then that's not enough.
Right. Okay.
Wow, that's crazy.
Man.
That's some crazy shit. Because I think a lot of people don't even think about this though. You know what I'm saying? Because no one's thinking about, damn, I need 20 times as much as I'm making. You know what I'm saying? People just
number, and that's minimum. That's minimum. So if you're making $50K a year, at minimum, you should have $1 million by retirement.
Oh my God,
that's crazy.
That's crazy.
Then basically, like, is this why you see a lot of old people who still working at Target and
shit? Yes. This is why a lot of old people, they have to have what we call an ongoing career. We have an ongoing career to where they've worked 20, 30 years of their life, and now they got to go work at Walmart, or now they got to go work at Target, or now they got to go work at Best Buy. Nothing wrong. Don't want to offend anybody who works at these places, but you didn't work 20, 30, 40 years of your life to now work at Walmart, Target, or Best Buy.
Right. It's crazy.
Crazy, man.
This is the reason why that happens. They have $2,000, $3,000 in their bank account, and they've worked for 30, 40 years, and they only have $3,000 in their bank account. So how do they retire? The answer is they don't.
And then they got to just keep working.
They got to keep working until they can't. My grandfather, right? My grandfather literally worked until the day he he caught Alzheimer's. He passed away, may Lord rest his soul. Right. He worked until he couldn't remember how to get to work.
Oh, shit.
That's real. That's crazy, but it's the truth.
Right.
He worked until the day he could no longer remember how to get from his home to his job.
Wow, that's crazy.
And that's why he had to stop working. So I tell people this all the time. This is a real thing. Like, this is not like no joke. This is a real thing. It's a real conversation. Set yourself up from now. Put the proper places in things from put the proper things in place from now. So when you reach these ages, think about it. Let's be real, fellas. Think about, like, sometimes as we getting older, how hard it is to, like, get out of bed sometimes, or you feel a little back pain here, or your arm hurts one day, or and we're in our 30s and 40s. Imagine when we get to 50, 60 years old talking about, I got to go find a job. Right. That's crazy.
That's wild, bro.
But that's because they didn't put the proper things in place.
They didn't prepare. Yeah,
they didn't prepare.
Yeah. That's fact. So let's just run it down. What are like, if you had to say there was like at least one thing that, to stop us from having to work at Walmart when we old and shit, what would be the one most important thing you would say to, with the investment vehicle? Oh my God, what the fuck?
I apologize for the in and out, fellas. I don't know what's going on.
Magical fucking.
I don't know what's going on for real.
This is like the movie Prestige. If whoever seen the movie Prestige, they know what I'm saying. But what was I saying? What's the like, if let's just say I only had one, I could only invest in one thing, and I wanted to, like, secure my retirement, right? Okay. What would be the one thing you say would be the most important thing? Like an IUL, an annuity, like a mutual fund.
There is no one thing. What I would say this is what I would say. What I would say is diversify your portfolio. Get into several things now, because there's not one great ideal thing.
Right.
Everybody thinks that IUL is the best thing in the world. It's a phenomenal thing.
Right.
But it's not the only thing. What I would say is, you still want to have money in your bank account from a day to day, even though it doesn't grow that much interest. You still need access to money. You still need to be able to, invest in certain stocks that are out, because you can profit a lot from being in the market. Yeah. And then you still need some money that you're not touching ever until retirement.
Right.
So you have to, in my opinion, it wouldn't be just one thing. If I have to say it, it'll be a little of those three markets. Some in a fixed market, some in a variable market, and some in an index market. Put your money into all three, not just one. But if let's say you had to choose one,
right?
You had to choose one, I would still bank on.
See?
No, what the fuck? Like, seriously?
That's just hilarious. That's hilarious, though.
Bro. You was about to tell us the one key to life, and this nigga cut the fuck out. Are you kidding me?
Yo. Oh, he's coming back.
I think so they don't like me, so I don't know what's going on, but they don't like me.
Yo, what's the one thing?
Talk to me.
What you was about to say? The one thing we didn't hear you.
I would still bank on the IUL. I would still.
IUL.
Cool.
Yeah. That's crazy. I would cut out before that. But yeah.
Look, apparently technical difficulty. We got a wrap, man. It's cool. RKT Appraisal. Go to rktappraisals.com. Call 973-420-5028. Hit up Kaleem or Rashidi, and get your money game right, man. They could tell you about the three things you need to invest in so you can retire and live a comfortable life, so you ain't got to work at Walmart and eat cat food. All right. Appreciate you.
All right, y'all.
Appreciate y'all. Thanks, man.
All right, we out, man. Take it easy.